All right. We're
There
there.
we
We're
are.
live.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
we are.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sit
Mhm.
way back here,
Well,
baby,
it's
so
more
I'm
of
not
a-
too
it's
loud.
more of a relaxation
You're like,
thing. No,
"Whoa."
you just lean back
But
with it.
I'm gonna be too loud, Dad, or I'm gonna have to whisper.
No.
Ooh.
I'll sit up a little, but I
Here,
want to be relaxed.
we'll just turn the
Oh, you
chair.
just turn me.
Turn so you can be relaxed and still.
We're
How's
in a,
that?
we're
How's
in a
that? Yeah.
swivel chair, guys. We're in a swivel chair. How you like them apples?
All right.
I like that.
Happy New Year, y'all.
Welcome to 2023.
Yeah.
Happy New
First live of
Year.
2023. I hope all of y'all that stayed up late are recovering.
Yeah, is everybody tired?
And everybody is
sleepy?
having a good. I'm gonna grab my drink real quick.
Yeah,
It's
grab
right
your
here.
drink.
I'm gonna grab my drink.
Yeah. Okay.
I hope y'all had a great New Year's Eve, whatever you were doing. We just we chilled at home. We watched an awesome
Yeah, we
live
just had a family night.
Just to Get Farms and Cog Hill Farm and Head Family Farm. They all
over
did
at Tracy and
a
Jean's
yeah,
house.
yeah, and they did a live and it was awesome. I loved it. Loved watching
That
it.
was good.
And then after that, we kind of just hung out as a family. We played a couple card games. Miles and Avery played Sorry. Then we watched a new show. It's kind of weird on Netflix.
It's a little different.
Yeah, what's it called? Monster Dancing or Dance Monsters?
Dance Monsters.
Dance Monsters. Yeah.
So if y'all know what we're talking about, if y'all can look that up or Google
Yeah,
it
it's on
or
Netflix.
look on Netflix,
Yeah.
it's called Dance Monsters.
But it's like
a little
a
different
dance competition show, but they CGI in monster characters in place of the people that are actually doing the dancing. It's
so
different.
We the audience get to see the CGI monster dancing on stage, but they in real life, the live people there, all they see is a screen. They see the and they get to see the real people when they come out. If they're eliminated off the show, they go, "Oh, reveal who you were," and then the CGI monster melts away, and then out walks this real person, and you get to see what they really looked like. But
it's different.
It's different.
It's different.
It's cool, but I thought it was a cool concept because it does, like the characters in the show, the people in the show that got to choose their CGI monster, they said that it gave them the confidence that they never had before because they weren't being judged on stage. You don't see them, you see the monster, and you only see their dance moves, so you're only judging them based off of their like critique, and you're only looking at their technique. You're not looking at their face, you're not looking at their body. So I can see how that'd be like empowering. I can see how that'd be motivating to hide behind the CGI.
Yeah, it's different. It's definitely different.
It was a cool concept. Whoever came up with that.
Yep. And let's see what we watched that. Then we did watch the ball drop briefly, and I watched the Georgia Ohio State game, which was interesting. I really thought Georgia was gonna. I thought coming into the game, I thought Georgia was going to just walk all over Ohio State, but they didn't.
They fought back.
Hard. And so Georgia was behind all game until right at the end. So I am an LSU fan, go Tigers, but I am happy that Georgia won. I'm not going to say the go rough, none of that. But
proud of you, Georgia.
But I am. I'm happy Georgia won, and it wasn't just some northern team. Right. No offense to all y'all Ohio folks, but I do. I like the SEC. So enough football.
Yeah,
that was kind of our night. So Angie. Angie fell asleep.
And I fell asleep
before midnight.
I made it to like 11.
You made it to 11.
It was
and
real
then
close.
you were asleep.
I was sleeping in this chair. In this wheelchair. I was all curled up, and I said, "Happy New Year, you guys! I'm gonna go sleep now." And I just passed out.
Yeah.
I was so tired.
And Miles didn't make it to New Year's either. Miles passed out about 9 or 10.
Yeah.
I guess he made it to 10.
His limit is like to 9:30, 10. He starts crashing out. That's his limit.
Yeah. But I'll tell y'all a secret. I also may have given him a little melatonin earlier in the night, so
helped him along to that crash.
To counter the sugar that he had earlier.
He had a little help with that snooze.
Yeah. So,
and I was
may not have been his fault.
I was tired because I had hustled back to be home on New Year's Eve night.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they don't know that you left.
because I had left the day before New Year's, day before yesterday. I had left to go to Pensacola, Florida, to take my 2 older daughters, Sarah and Lily, to a dance. They went
to a church dance.
New Year's Eve church dance. So
Yep.
They dressed up, snazzed up. They even dressed me up. I said, "Look, I know I don't wear makeup. I know I haven't put on makeup in like, I think 3 years or something like that. It had been a long time, like years." I said, "But I'm gonna give y'all this one chance, free range.
Yeah, the girls
y'all can doll me up. Y'all can have at it, So I just held still and let them do all the paint and glue and glitter and put like jewels on my eyes, and like I got pictures of it. So we go to this New Year's Eve dance, and they're all just lovely dressed up, and they did my makeup pretty well. Actually, I thought I looked pretty snazzy. And so we get there. They had a whole table of New Year's Eve props and decorations. So they had every kind of New Year's top hat, glitter hat, big boof hat. They had every type of tiara, the big glasses, the big fake glasses, the dooty-doots, and the necklaces and the beads. They had every sort of prop to dress up and be all stylish for New Year's. And they had this photo booth thing where you get with your family or your friends and you do the awesome pictures, and then they print it out for you. So we got pictures at the dance. It was awesome.
Yep.
So I put on this glitter top hat. I didn't know the whole night it was lighting up. It was a light up hat. It was blinging the whole time. So I had this little snazzy top hat thing. It was cuteness.
Yeah. I didn't go. It was just me, Miles, and Avery stayed home. So we stayed home, and y'all, we didn't do nothing. We just stayed home and relaxed. Like we didn't do nothing.
I was dancing with all those teenagers, man. I was busting a move. I was doing flips and tricks. And
y'all left on Friday, so the dance was actually Friday night. It wasn't a New Year's Eve dance. It was a New Year's Eve dance, I guess. So
New Year's Eve dance.
Yeah, so it was on Friday night.
Too. It was decorated really well.
Yep. The pictures you sent were nice. And so they came home yesterday. They got home, I guess, about 2? You got home about 2:00 yesterday? Yeah. So,
stayed overnight in a hotel, and I was hustling back. I made it back in 2 p.m. from Pensacola, just trying to make it for New Year's Eve because I was like, I got to be home for New Year's Eve. Yep. I was so tired. I'm sore everywhere. Like I hurt from head to toe, y'all. I'm not as young as I used to be. And I'm feeling that dance. I am feeling
I think you're still young, baby.
Woo.
You're still young.
My body would disagree.
We do not have noisy neighbors. We don't really have many neighbors at all, honestly. And we have awesome neighbors. No, they're not noisy. No, nothing. Like they're great neighbors. So I would have actually been okay with them shooting off fireworks. But the biggest challenge we always had at our old house wasn't that they shot off fireworks on the day of the holiday. It was that they were still shooting off fireworks a month after the holiday,
every day,
late at night.
Every day that wasn't a holiday.
Yeah.
And it'd be like 1 a.m. and they'd start it up. And I'm like, really? Yep. It's not even a holiday.
Yeah. So I kind of expected on New Year's and 4th of July and stuff, but not on the month after 4th of July and not on, not February 1st shooting off fireworks in the middle of the night. That was always the problem we had with our neighbors before. And it just didn't matter whether you talked to them or not. They were going to do what they were going to do. Just the type of people they were. So here it's quiet. Like it's actually really almost too quiet.
Like I wouldn't even know my neighbors are there if they didn't come visit me. Like you have to go down the road to see the neighbors, and I never hear them, and they're sweet, and she brings us goodies and cookies, and we got to go like visit with her and like go to her house and just stay a while, or I got to ask if we can come have dinner, or she can come have dinner here or something. Yeah,
and I think next year maybe we'll get a little bit of fireworks and shoot them off. But I don't. The little personal fireworks like the Roman candles and sparklers and things that are fiery that kids are trying to hold and touch personally makes me real on edge and nervous. I've never had any bad accidents or anything with it. It just always has made me really nervous.
It can be dangerous.
Yeah.
It's the whole, it's like puts you on edge. It's like, what if
it does. Yeah.
Shoots that in somebody's face.
So I don't have fun, honestly. Like I don't have fun with it because I'm just worried the whole time. Now the bigger fireworks I really do like, and we've done that before where, they're more expensive, but you go get the bigger fireworks and, there's a grown person out there shooting them off and
everybody stands back.
Everybody stands back and yes, accidents can happen, but it's a lot less likely than putting, a 7-year-old holding something that's fiery. So
I could see that going badly.
Yeah, I could see it going.
Or
real
they don't
bad,
let go soon enough, or
Mhm.
just they shoot in the wrong direction. I mean, just yeah, it just
Yep.
as a parent, it just puts you on
Mhm.
edge. You
Yep.
know, you just don't like it.
Yeah. So not too many years back. I guess it was a few years ago now. 4th of July. Remember, we went and we went up and spent some time around family, both immediate family and some extended family that we don't really normally, we don't know them real well or anything.
We hadn't even met them. Like I hadn't even met them.
And there were some teenagers that decided they thought it was a great idea to shoot Roman candles at each other and across a lake and around, and it was all bad. And so we ended up taking off before all the fireworks are done, because I can't have the kids out there.
It might be time to go.
Accidentally getting hurt because some dumb teenager decides to shoot a firework at them. Like, yeah, come on. Like I know people do some crazy things sometimes, but I just, when it's the safety of the kids, like I stress about it too much. And
I mean, out here, like, on our 18 acres in the middle of nowhere, there's no need for us to really buy all that. There's no need for us to do all that kind of stuff. We just, Miles would be so happy with just some sparklers or some of the poppy things that you throw on concrete or whatever.
Yeah, now the simple things, like the little things that pop when you throw them on the ground or you pull the string.
He'd be so happy with the simple ones.
Or, like I said, getting some of the bigger fireworks that shoot off.
He's behind the computer.
Yeah, jumping up and down. Yeah.
He's going, yeah.
Some of the bigger fireworks that they watch and we shoot off. I'm cool with that. But yeah, I'm okay with that. That doesn't bother me. But like I said, it's the stuff that they're holding and pointing, and
we're gonna go see what we can see. I know we didn't get fireworks for New Year's Eve, but I told him tomorrow when the stores are open, and maybe
see if they have anything.
Maybe they still have fireworks stands. I don't know. It's gonna be January 2nd. Tomorrow. I had to think for a second. On January 2nd, I don't know if they're still selling fireworks or not, but we're going to see what we can see. And maybe they'll have discounted fireworks at Walmart or something. Just looking for like a kid's pack of fireworks stuff you can do.
Yep. Also, we kind of left it hanging with what we're having for dinner on tonight on the last live. And we did finally come to a decision. We read through y'all's comments, and we ended up actually doing kind of an odd combination, probably, but
it's a good combination.
We're gonna do cornbread and collards, and then also because she was in Pensacola and we can't. I haven't seen anywhere to get good fish around here, but in Pensacola there's plenty of fish markets down there. So she went by one that had some really good, one that had some good reviews, and picked up some amberjack. So we're gonna have fish and fish, cornbread, and collards. Kind of an odd combo, but
I like it.
It should taste good.
Fish and cornbread.
Yeah, I mean cornbread and collards is delicious.
That's gonna be our New Year's Day dinner.
Yeah, we're gonna do the fish on the.
What are we having for dessert, bud?
Me and Avery are making chocolate chip muffins.
Yeah, Miles and Avery are making chocolate chip muffins. Well, Avery's waiting for you, bud. It's time.
Avery needs you.
No, she's right there. She's waving at you.
You gotta finish the muffins with her. So he's helping her, but they're making New Year's Day muffins.
Yep, New Year's Day chocolate chip muffins.
They put all these decorations and sprinkles and chocolate chips, and they made it just like a New Year's bomb in a muffin.
Yeah,
so it's gonna taste good too.
Yep, it is. It's gonna taste delicious. Now, if y'all watched the video on what's today's Sunday. So if you watched the video on Friday, you saw us walk the goats.
Yeah.
And so, y'all, we do try to walk them on a regular basis. But if you saw the video, you'll notice that they don't always care for it. Sometimes they will. Sometimes they won't. Gimli and Sprite, they're the easiest. So we can take them out, walk them, and they'll just eat.
And I used to be able to walk, especially Amelia and Missy and Molly too. I used to be able to walk all the females really easily, especially on a lead rope. They're all really good with lead rope, and they would just I would literally just hold it out in my hand. I didn't even have to hold on. Just hold it out in your hand. They'll just walk alongside you. You just tell them, "Come on," and they just stay with you. Used to be that simple and that easy.
Yep.
Ever since they got bred, and ever since we moved here,
they
heard those coyotes out there. I'm staying right
I
here.
think there might be more predators close by here, I think maybe, and that's why.
They're getting nervous, or they're getting close to their time to have kids, and they're not wanting to go and walk about very much. They don't want to venture far from the nest.
Yep. What are you drinking, baby? I know what it is.
This is blue raspberry lemonade.
It's just so Kool-Aid.
Oh, it's Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid, yeah.
It's the Kool-Aid packets of blue raspberry.
Yeah, she's drinking
lemonade.
Kool-Aid. She's drinking Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid. That's what she's drinking.
But that's what it said was blue raspberry lemonade.
Yeah, but you make it sound all fancy, blue
But
raspberry
what?
lemonade. But no,
Tastes
it's just
good.
Kool-Aid.
It
It's
tastes
Kool-Aid.
good.
There's no such thing as a blue raspberry.
Blue raspberry lemonade.
No, but there's no such thing as blue raspberries.
I know, but if you made raspberry lemonade and put blue food coloring in it, that would be blue
It
raspberry.
would be
lemonade.
purple because raspberries are purple. When you squeeze them, they're all purpley
But
juice.
would it turn the water all purple, or would it
I'm
turn
sure.
it red?
I'm sure it would turn purple. I think it would. I don't think you'd be able to get it blue.
I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna make some real blue raspberry lemonade.
Oh yeah. Okay. You let me know
I'm gonna
how
try
that goes for you.
I've never seen goats walked except for Lester's goat Ringo, but usually he's walking him. Usually he's walking him after he escaped and wreaked havoc. I
Yeah.
like watching your goats get walked in the woods for snacking.
Yeah, at the old house we walked them, and they didn't have a problem. They would walk with no issues. But here they just,
Yeah.
like I said, I think there's must just be more predators
Y'all, ours
around.
are so lazy and like laid
Mhm.
back. Oh my goodness. I hear all these stories
Mhm.
about people like my goats got out, or they say when the goats get out, it's hard to catch them or something, or they wreak havoc on this and that, or they have trouble rounding them up, or they're running from them or whatever. Our goats get out, we literally walk over there and shake the feet a little bit, and they're running.
They
back to
come
us.
run,
They
yeah.
come
They don't.
running.
Yeah, we've never
Like,
had
I
an
open the
issue.
gate and come on,
Yep.
babies, and they're coming on back. They will beat
Mhm.
me to the gate. They will make it there before
Yep.
I do.
Yep.
So our goats
They
are
do not have
um,
issues.
They're not like these wild and runaway goats. These things are so fat
Nope.
and lazy and spoiled. That's so sweet.
Now there's another thing, and y'all will see it in tomorrow's video. Just a short clip of it in tomorrow's video near the end. But I'm just so frustrated about it. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all about it.
He got a little bit ticked off. He
I-
got
you
a
know,
little peeved about
I'm
this.
about ready to have our barn cats for New Year's dinner.
No,
Like
no.
y'all, I'm so frustrated with these barn cats.
You know you love 'em.
So-
you know you love 'em.
I do love them, but man, I love plants too.
They did some bad things. Our kitties were
So
naughty. They were
y'all
very
know I
naughty
pulled out
kitties.
all Angie's collards and killed them, right? I pulled them all out because I mean they were dead pretty much when I pulled them out already because I killed them forgetting to plug in the heater. So planted all those seeds, right? I had planted
you
arugula
did so
and
good.
white egg turnips and
so
3
good.
different types of carrots. Taking the time to
Wonderful.
sprinkle all those seeds, and then we
Covered
went
it with
back,
perlite,
covered it with perlite,
watered it
in. Y'all, it's green out there where all these seeds have been coming up. But
Can we taste the muffin?
Taste
sure, taste the
Yeah,
muffin.
taste
Go
it.
for it.
Taste your product.
You want to know if you could taste one of his muffins, and you can't cook without tasting. Anyway, so there's this green, but it's not as much green as you would expect because the cats have gone in there and just scraped and clawed and dug and
not just
Shoot
a little,
around
like,
and-
when he covered it with the white perlite, you can see the patches of missing perlite. Like there were strips of it just thrown everywhere. They killed and wrecked so many seedlings. They destroyed half that. bed.
75% of the bed they've dug up now. 75% of the bed.
It used to be all nice
Mhm.
and green and everything was coming up, and now they have just played in it, destroyed it. He was not happy to see that. He
Mm-mm.
was not happy.
Yeah, I really wanted those
Was
plants.
not happy.
Daddy, he was not happy when. he
Well,
saw
I'm
that.
happy, but I wasn't happy that the cats did that.
He was upset. At
Miles
the
asked him
cat.
who's not happy. So it really,
Is it
really
good?
it really
Oh,
frustrated
Miles
me
said
to
it's
see that
good.
today. I was just
They're
Yeah.
cold.
whew, I had to walk away from it for a minute.
I had to
Had to walk
I had
away
to
for a
remind
minute.
him that we love our kitties. Remind him that they're good barn
Mhm.
kitties. That they do their job. I had to remind him how
Yeah.
cute they are, how sweet they are,
Mhm.
how snuggly they are.
Now, look, at the other house, at the old house, we had raised beds. We had all the same stuff there. We had the
Mhm.
greenhouse. We had the raised beds in it. We had raised beds out of the greenhouse. We had plants planted in them. like all the same thing, but for some reason the cats have decided they want to dig in them now. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it. And they have all that nice, fluffy leaves to dig in and poop in out there.
I think it was the perlite because they didn't destroy any other bed the way that they did this one. I think it was the perlite because he covered it in perlite.
I don't know. You had to replant several of your snapdragons.
I just had to push them back in a little because where they dug,
because they dug them up.
Where they dug alongside them, kind of shoved them a little bit, but they wrecked this bed in the greenhouse. They destroyed it.
And the herb raised bed is like dug out a trench around some of the plants.
But you'll notice once everything got established in our old raised beds and in the herb bed and in the flower bed, once it gets rooted and established, it's fine. Like the cats don't mess with it. They don't destroy it. They don't dig it up. It's good. Once it's established, they might like step on it or like knock the plant over and it'll stand back up. But this bed, they just, I don't know, they rolled in it, they dug in it. Oh geez, like those little tiny seedlings, they didn't have a prayer.
Nope. So we're thinking about solutions, trying to come up with what we can do. And what we may end up doing is two things. Number one, the quick solution would be to replant it and then maybe put some hardware cloth over the top across the wood so the cats can't get down onto the dirt. And then the more permanent solution, would be to put ends with doors on the greenhouse. And so that's really the solution.
That's what I vote for is doors on the greenhouse. Close in the greenhouse completely, except it's going to be like hardware cloth or something that allows airflow. It's going to have airflow through there, but it's going to have a door on it so that we can get in, but the cats can't.
Now, this is interesting. I didn't think about this. It must be the gin trash. Well,
it could be.
The gin trash compost does have a different smell to it. So that could be. Now they do scratch and dig in the raised beds that we put the raised bed soil in, the bag soil,
bought bags of dirt,
but they don't dig as much in there. So maybe that's something. Maybe the beds that have the gin trash compost, they dig more in them. I don't know.
But I'm just hoping that once we get our big garden going and like land cleared and all this other stuff planted, and there's a whole potager garden full of raised beds, I'm hoping that there's enough out there to like keep them busy and keep them distracted. I'm hoping there's enough for them to dig in that they won't actually decimate one bed. They might kill like a plant or two, but I'm going to plant enough. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
That's beautiful. They even topped it with like this sugary, crusty topping.
Here, split it with you.
Yeah, that smells good. But I'm hoping to plant enough that it's going to be okay. If they destroy a little bit, the cats can destroy a little bit and stuff will still grow.
You good?
That's good. That's not overly sweet or anything. That's really good. I like it.
It's hot.
It's warm, fresh out the oven. That's pretty. Show them the inside. That's pretty. We've got the colors. Yeah, that's pretty. A great New Year's Eve muffin, Avery. Good job.
Yeah, mine's good too.
You got the rest?
I'm munch on it a little bit. When is the best time to cut the dead branches off the rose bushes? I have read and researched a lot about rose bushes, and you'll have to, for like the best answers, you need to contact Tracy at Just Dig It Farms.
Yeah, go watch her videos. She's done videos on it.
She does videos about it. Petals, I think, has a video about it. So contact the professionals. But I do believe it's in the dead of winter when they go dormant, when it's like really cold and it's all the way dormant. I think that's
I thought it was. So that's, I think, the fruit trees, but I think the roses is right before, like, coming after the last frost, because when you prune them, it triggers that growth. Yeah,
right before they get out of their dormancy.
Yep.
Right after they come out of their dormancy.
Yep. I think. Yep.
But this is going to be my first year at actually training and pruning and caring for real roses.
Yep.
I've done knockout roses, but I don't consider those real roses because those are just, I put them in the ground and they just bush out and they just grow.
Oh, the knockout ones?
The knockout ones.
Yeah, we don't have any of those now.
We don't have any of those now, but no. I'm going to try my hand at real roses. So this will,
I'm going to help you get rid of this.
Okay. So this will be my first year at pruning them and training them to grow as well. So we're gonna do this together. But
Yep.
right after they come out of their dormancy and they're getting ready to start kicking up that growth, yeah, you do want to do your hard prune.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
I think that's right. Yeah. Early spring. Yeah.
Yep.
See. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Light prune at the end of autumn. I didn't. Yeah, we weren't
Oh,
here at the end of
mm-mm.
autumn. I couldn't.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
So,
I cut mine in the spring, but I live in Minnesota. Yeah.
whew,
I mean-
Minnesota.
And maybe for this hot climate, maybe we are supposed to do 2 prunings a year. I'll have to ask Tracy.
When's the best time to plant herbs in my new green stalk? It depends on where you live. If you're in zone 8, and it depends on what herbs you're putting in there. So if you're looking to put in things like basil or rosemary and things like that, those are warm weather herbs that you're going to want to wait till the last frost. If you're putting in things like cilantro, dill, fennel, parsley, herbs like that, they like the cooler weather. But if you live up north, I don't know that you're going to be able to grow them unless your green stalk's in a greenhouse or inside. Down here, you can, as long as you're not going to get a hard freeze, they do well. But if you're down in, like, we're in zone 8, so 8A, I think we're in. So zone 8, you're fine, zone 8 and above. But I'm not sure about the other zones. So you have to look up. You can use your zip code, and you can just Google it. Google USDA, USDA hardiness zones, and you'll be able to put in your zip code, and they'll tell you what zone you're in.
Yeah, I believe if you're 7 or higher, you can go ahead and plant any of the cool season herbs, and they're gonna be fine. Especially when we have a series of warm weather, like now, before it gets cold again. Go ahead and establish them, let them grow a little bit, let them, roots get solidified, and you can grow those cold weather herbs in 7 or higher. But anything lower than 7, yeah, I would check on that, because maybe you can't in the winter.
Yeah, I'm not even sure about 7. I think 7 you may get some weather that's colder than what they're gonna
and
take.
like you said, I know that we can plant them anytime.
Yep.
I cut my rosemary back in autumn, and they came back with new growth right now.
Yep.
And the big rosemary bush that got frostbit so bad in the Arctic blast, I am going to cut off all that freezer burnt dead shrubbery off of it. And it was a big pretty bush too, but I'm gonna cut all that back. There's a little green on the bottom. It's showing signs of growth and everything, so I'm gonna try to see if it revives itself.
And speaking of weather, y'all, I looked at temperature on our weather station thing we have out in the orchard, and it was 80 degrees today.
Yeah.
80 degrees. That was our high today, 80 degrees. And you're talking a week ago, it was 14 outside.
Yep.
14. Like the high was in the 20s.
Our son went out in a t-shirt today, and he said, "Where did my winter go?" He said, "It's hot." He said, "Where did the winter go?"
Yeah. That's crazy to me. That's a swing, right? Like, even if you look at the highs, compare the highs on a week ago to now, like highs of 22 to highs of 80 today, like crazy. I have a Rose I just got from her grandmother. She just got back
150 years
sisters.
old.
Wow, that's cool.
Okay. So she cuts hers back after the snow melts. Okay, so like when the warm weather's just barely starting to kick up.
Yep.
Our warm weather doesn't really start to kick in until, our last frost.
No, it was warm today.
I know, but any chance or scare of frost is gone by February, right? Mid to late February.
Honestly, I don't remember when our last frost date is, but usually it's warm enough by then.
By March 1st, you're sure to have everything pruned, have everything ready, because spring is upon you by March 1st.
Yep. But that's crazy. Like it's a wonder that we don't get sick more often, because with weather fluctuations like that, that's hard on your immune system.
From one day to the next, I never know what to wear. I don't know whether to bundle up or wear a t-shirt until I go outside.
Yep. And then it's a bunch of rain coming in tomorrow. A bunch more rain. Yeah, so I don't. You never know what to expect. Never know what to expect. What are some things that that you personally feel were awesome about this last year?
Favorite
Like
things
some
about this
goals
last year.
that you hit, or things that you really thought were awesome. And I know what one of them is.
Yeah, so
and I'm pretty sure it's the same as mine.
Yeah. So the thing that stands out most in my head, just that I'm going to remember for years to come, is just monumental year for us. Is the whole change, the move, the house,
Yep.
the having our own land. We bought our own house for the first time. Like, it was just one of those. It's one of those years that you're going to tell your grandkids about. Like, that was the year when everything changed for us. We have 18 acres. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, like, this is where it all started. Like, this is the excitement, and I'm like, the 2022 was like the year of all the great milestones for me. So I hit so many, like, a checklist, a bucket list of dream come true kind of things. So I was checking them off, and I had so many things about this past year that were my favorite, and everything before that, it's like, well, it was good, and I'm glad for another year, and I'm grateful for family, but nothing really like monumentally eventful happened. And then 2022, it's like that was the monumentally eventful thing for me, because that's when our life just hit a high note.
So I have two real. I don't know. It was just an awesome year all around. So many things happened this year. So the house for me, obviously, that was huge. But also, this past year is when we really got to know Lester and Jamie over I'm a Survivor. And,
we built a garden, a potager garden.
Yeah, we got to go out there and visit with them and build a garden for them. That was huge for us. Like, we really loved that. And it meant a lot to us. And it was awesome that it meant a lot to them too. And just getting, the garden aside, like, I love doing it, but really their friendship, that means a lot to us. And I was really grateful for that.
Was it technically 2022, or was it late 2021 that we first met Tracy and Jean in person?
That was 2022. 2022. Yeah, 2022.
Okay, so it was also the year that we met.
Yep, this really last year. Yep. Wait, so we met Tracy and Jean, and that's the year. This last year was when we met Zach and Jacqueline too.
For the first time.
So we had never met them, until then. So
and we met Chestnut Hills in person.
Yeah, in Chestnut Hills. Yeah,
our turkey. That's when we met them for real for the first time.
So we really
met all these really good fellow YouTubers,
awesome people. Yeah, and we really kind of extended our our network of good friends. And it's meant a lot to us. We really love all of them, and there's such awesome folks.
We found our people.
We're so blessed to know them and to be friends with them. It really is awesome. And we love Jason and Brooke too. We met them before. Jason and I have been friends for a long time now. It's been many years since years ago that I did the dance off.
I got to see the 40. I didn't actually drive down the driveway and go there and visit with them, but I drove past and I got to see the Coghill 40.
Yeah.
I got to see it.
This
past year.
So it's been awesome. It's been a great year. So it's hard to pinpoint one specific thing.
Right.
Because everything is kind of just built on its, on the thing before. And so it's just been really awesome.
The blessings accumulated.
Yeah, they just kind of build up and build up and build up.
Overwhelmed with gratefulness.
Yeah. Our cup definitely was running over this past year for sure. It's been so amazing. And then all of you came over from, a lot of you from Lester and Jamie, and some of you from, from other places or other channels, or maybe you just found us and you came over. And so we're grateful to have y'all as well. Y'all, our whole family has changed. It was last year that we changed our name too.
Yeah. We made the name change.
Yep. Yeah. So we used to be, those of you who were recent in following us and joining the big family, you may not realize, but we used to be called the Naked Hog. That used to be the name of our channel. And we made the switch to Big Family Small Farm because it fit better with who we were. And it fit better within, with what we wanted to bring to y'all. And, the naked hog kind of, sometimes it would get confusing and people are like, the naked hog, what's that? I don't want to watch that stuff.
Well, then,
And so
and we do love pigs and we will have pigs and we will always love pigs, but we didn't want to be only tied to that. We were just expanding our horizons in so many different directions. I didn't want to be just tied to the hog or the pig and to be known for only that. So it just, that name, the Big Family Small Farm, that encompasses all of what we do,
The chickens are doing better and there's no baby goats yet. But
not yet.
I promise y'all, the minute we have baby goats, my Aunt Lucy will know first because I talked to her on the phone today and she wants to know. But then y'all will know right after that. Yeah.
Personal family first, and then big family gets to know about it right after.
Yep. So y'all will know the minute those goat babies are born. We have the camera out there still. I just haven't been putting the live cam up, but we have it out there. And when those babies are born, or before, if we happen to notice the goats going into labor, we'll turn that live cam on for y'all to see that, because we would like to be able to share that with y'all, and we would like to see it as well. So we definitely will turn that on for y'all.
Do you feel your experience challenge at Lester and Jamie's did indeed help your page grow?
Oh yeah, it was huge. Yeah, Lester and Jamie were absolutely awesome, and it has made a huge difference in our page, at Facebook and YouTube, both, honestly. Like it definitely helped, both of them helped us grow in both places.
Yeah.
And
we got to see, because all of his family does all of their own channels. They have some people with so many different channels.
Yeah.
We got to see that. Like, we're just,
watching them, film the videos. And it was cool.
We're a smaller channel, but I got to see how the other creators do it and their aspect on it and their take on it. And they gave us, some pep talk and advice on it. And just, we shared our experiences with it, being a YouTuber and a creator. And it was great to see that other side of it, and the physical part. Good. Like we said, getting to make our first potager garden, having to work through that and having to do the challenge, and seeing their whole setup, their whole sanctuary, how all of their animals are set up, and the placement of all of their buildings and structures. I want us to have a similar thing, because they've got it going on. They do. They have it good.
I told my mom and dad the other day, I said, when are y'all gonna start a channel?
Nanny, mom, papa, when you gonna start a channel?
So Aunt Lucy, if you're still on here watching, make sure to ping Dad and ask him when he's gonna start a YouTube channel.
There you go.
It's been great.
Aunt Lucy says she'll keep the secret until we announce it.
With the baby goats. Yeah. Yep. It's I don't know what else to say other than it was a huge year. Like it was a huge year for us.
Like I don't know how 2023 is going to top 2022.
But
I don't know how it's going to be.
We didn't things just kind of come up, right? We didn't go into 2022 expecting even 80% of what happened.
I could not have guessed that we would be here now.
And it really makes you think, right? So on January 1st, 2022, we were not sitting with, like, some of the things that we accomplished were on the list of things we wanted to accomplish and goals. But I'll be honest, like, most of it wasn't on the radar at all.
Yeah.
It just wasn't. So
that's how quick it can change, guys.
Yeah, it happens quick.
If you would have asked us, like you said at the beginning of 2022, if you would have asked us to sit down and make a list of everything that we're going to do that year, our goals or whatever, the list would have been about that short. Like, I'm not even kidding. And it would have been the simple things like get the garden out back under control, as far as like all the weeds and the overgrown stuff and the cover crops that we haven't mowed down and taken care of, clean up, restore some broken parts of our fencing. Like, it would have been just like little things, or maybe look into a new vehicle or something. That would have been the biggest thing on our list.
On our list, yeah.
Our
and it was a bit
expectations
being
were-
huge,
Our
yeah.
expectations were not big. And then
Mhm.
like in 1 year, like wham,
Yep.
like we were not ready for everything that was coming.
Yep.
We were just not ready.
So
I'm
also,
glad for it. I'm really
that's,
glad for it.
you know, when y'all are out there thinking about this coming year,
Just get
you know,
ready,
we're going to
guys.
make
Get ready.
you're going to make goals and you're going to have things you want to accomplish, but don't close yourself off to other possibilities
Yeah.
that may come your way, because you just don't know what'll come. And if you close yourself off and you stick to just this list and this is the stuff I want to get done, then you're going to be, you're just going to put blinders on and you're going to miss out on a lot of
Right.
stuff.
Just
So,
be aware,
yep.
be open to it, and you may think that you know what's coming for the year, and you may think you know how 2023 is going to go, but I promise you it's not. It's
Yep.
going to go so differently than you think.
Yep. So it's going to be interesting to see this next year. I'm excited for 2023. Do you have anything though? Speaking of a list, do you have anything on your list that you want to get done?
Do I?
So what are some of your
Boy.
goals?
We're actually going to do that tonight. We're going to sit down as a family.
Mhm.
We had the girls and Miles. I hope he did it. Miles may or may not have done it, but we had the girls go in their room with a piece of paper and a pen, and we had them write down any of their goals for this year. It could be personal goals. It could be huge long-term goals. When I grow up, I want to, or it could be next week I want to, or it could be a personal, internal goal. Just anything. He wanted the whole page full. We talked to him about it. We said, just write it out. Just write anything all over the page.
Yeah, I
anything
told
on
him
the
it didn't
list.
matter. It didn't have to be realistic or not.
Yeah.
Just make a list of things, needs and wants, and that are goal
Just what you're
related.
thinking about.
Yep.
Yeah, your
for this year.
values that
Yep.
you're headed towards, things that you want to accomplish,
Yep.
just it could be silly, whatever. And we're all going to sit down and look at these papers, and we're going to talk about this as a family. We're going to talk about our goals and how we're going to reach them, and which ones are like realistic and which ones are fantastical, and like
Yep.
and okay, then how are you going to get there? What are you going to do? What's the next step to reaching that? Just put some steps behind it, put some actual, feedback
Yep.
on it. So I want to hear our dreams and our goals and our expectations. But
Yeah.
for us, we haven't written down anything on paper.
No.
But tonight it could be with the kids, or it can be us
Yeah.
during our
But just
personal
what are
time,
what are some of yours that you think of offhand?
Yeah, but he and I are going to
Yeah.
discuss our dreams and goals for 2023. Some things I can think of right away offhand. Fencing. I would like just the whole property. I know it's a big dream, big goal.
Yep.
I don't know when, but I want our whole entire property fenced. I want the whole 18 acres fenced. And that's a big goal. But I want the whole 18 acres fenced. I want it all cleared, obviously. I want the big garden going. I want the big garden rocking. I want to have food preservation. I want to be giving extra food out of our garden that we literally can't use or preserve.
Yep.
We got so much. I want to have so much abundance coming out of our garden and our fields that I am giving it away. I want to give baskets of produce away to the neighbors and to church people and to family members. I just want to be garden rock in there, and I want to have pastures for all of our rotating grazing animals. I want to have paddocks and pastures. I want to have rotational grazing going on, which means cross fencing and paddocks within the fencing that's going all around the 18 acres. I want to have a completed rodent area, which means guinea pigs and bunnies in their own little town.
Yeah, but you don't talk too much about that. We haven't talked about it on a video yet.
Sorry.
So
I want the chicken coop and whole chicken area up.
don't want to give the secret away yet.
Sorry. I want a small chicken area and a big chicken area. I know it's a lot. I don't want to scare you.
Two separate areas,
I want a bantam chicken coop and a bantam chicken area, and a big laying flock coop and a big laying flock area separate and side by side.
Now, hold on, pause a second.
Sorry.
Y'all, so y'all think that she's just quiet and that she doesn't really talk, real
Of
loud.
course, of
But when
course.
she's excited, y'all,
I
when
get
she's
going.
excited,
I
she
get
can
going.
talk real fast and real loud, real quick when she's excited
I do.
about
I have
something.
to
Yeah.
slow myself
Yep.
down.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, I just
first of
want,
all,
hold on.
Oh.
I just want to remind everybody there's no cursing in the comments
I was
allowed.
getting there.
No cursing allowed in the comments.
I'm getting to that.
So
And of course-
no P words. No P words are allowed to be
And of
said.
course, the cows, plural, cows, milking dairy cows, and the milking dairy goats will all be rotationally grazing on my paddocks together because, of course, they
Yes.
will be. We will have geese. We will have Sebastopol and Toulouse geese on
Yeah.
our homestead.
Like, Miss Linda, I'm tired just listening to her talk about it. Like, I'm already feeling
And
tired.
of course, we will have a pet potbelly pig that is not for
Mhm.
eating and not for anything else. It will be a pet potbelly pig of my very own. I'm going to have my
Right.
own piggy. Oh, wait. But a personal goal of mine, just to tone
Mhm.
it down off the farm a little, a personal goal of mine. I am going to knit more. I am going to
Yep.
knit more things. I'm going to get serious
You can
about
challenge
this.
yourself knitting.
I'm going to challenge myself. I've been staying
Mhm.
inside a
Yep.
safe zone of knitting, and I've been staying
Mhm.
inside the whole I can make this and I can make
Mhm.
that, and staying inside what I know. I'm going to try to get outside of what I know. I'm going to try to do multiple colors. I'm going to try to do more complicated patterns. I'm going to try more advanced stitches that I don't know. And I'm going to challenge myself a little bit, and I'm going to try to get serious about my knitting. And I want to create things that people are going to love when I give them as gifts.
To be fair, we're not going to sleep. Well, I don't always get much sleep as it is.
We don't sleep. No,
Um,
we just don't.
So for me, my big thing is just to kind of engulf everything she said is infrastructure, right? That's the big goal on the farm
Right.
for the homestead, is to get the infrastructure down. Beyond that, it's hard to make goals for me as far as like what animals we're going to get, when we're going to get them, any of that. It's really hard.
Sorry, I want to click on one. I don't know if y'all saw that.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, Aunt Lucy, I noticed that Angie said the dirty word. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I get happy. I do.
Yeah, you do get happy.
We
It's
start
cute.
talking about dreams and stuff. I get excited.
But for me, it's really hard to plan animals and stuff until we know how much infrastructure we're going to get done, how that's all going to work out, and how it's going to, play out, getting those areas made.
Mm-hmm.
It's great in concept to say we're going to have all these paddocks and rotate around and stuff, but the reality of it may be different depending on finances and what we can get done and how much we can get accomplished. So
and we may have to adjust. The dream is flexible, and we may have to work with what we can work with. But it's good to set that, though. You have to set that bar. You have to say it, and you have to try to do it. And then if it doesn't quite work out how we were planning it, we'll adjust it. Yeah.
Yep. And as things progress out with the infrastructure, part of that infrastructure I would like is, my goal is to get either another greenhouse that's equivalent or like the one we have, or get a real greenhouse and get that up. But that'll be later on down the road, probably not till fall is what I'm thinking. Yeah. But that's definitely something I want to do, because I want to be able to start more seeds, which right now, having the raised beds in there, I like the raised beds in there, right. But it really limits how many seeds we can start, because we only have one table in there. That's all we have room for in there right now. So I want to be able to start more seeds and be able to plant a big garden without having to worry about not having enough seeds planted, or where are we going to have those seeds.
And that's where that abundance dream comes in. A really good companion with his dream, because he wants to start a lot of seeds. I want to grow a lot of food.
And honestly, like, I wouldn't mind seeing if there's any sort of interest locally for selling seedlings. I would love to be able to start a bunch of seeds and sell them locally.
We talked about that today. Like, what if we sold plant starts? Like,
I don't know if there'd be interest local.
I don't see anybody else doing it around here. I don't know if there's any other place that would sell plant starts.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of anything around here. I know that the local feed and seed store does sell seedlings, plant starts, but not a lot of them. They don't have a bunch.
Worst case scenario, nobody buys them. Like, worst case scenario, it doesn't work.
We plant them.
Oh well, it was fun to start them.
Yeah, so we might gauge some local interest and see kind of how that is. And put them on Marketplace. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Put them on Facebook Marketplace. Right. Yep. For sure. But we're gonna hop off here. Be sure to go check out Chestnut Hills live. Are y'all still doing a live tonight, Chestnut Hills?
Yeah, we still rolling the Sunday lives.
Yep. We're gonna go get. I haven't even started dinner, y'all. I've got to start the collards, and I got to. None of it should take long though. So it should be okay. Collards be the longest. They got to cook for a little bit, but but it shouldn't be too
Y'all,
bad.
I want y'all to do the same. I want y'all to go home, or if you're at home right now, I want you to pull out a piece of paper and I want you to dream big like us.
Yeah.
Like, put it out there.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. I don't care how stupid or silly it sounds. Put the dream on paper and
Yep.
think in your head, could I
Mhm.
do that?
Yep.
How do I do that? What
Yep.
would I do? Or how do
Yep.
I get started? Like, put it out there. Just,
Yep.
just
And
get
don't-
started.
If you don't know how to do it, that's not a reason to not
Right. There's
do it.
ways to find out
Yeah.
how you could do it.
Not knowing how to do something is not a reason to not do it.
right.
Because
Or-
we can
yeah.
always learn, you know?
Or even
We
if
can
you-
always
Or
learn.
even if you had to adjust the dream a little bit or tone it down or do it a different way,
Yep.
it's okay. But if you never start, it's
Yep,
never going to
yep.
happen. You have to start.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, y'all, we love y'all so much. Thank you,
Love you,
thank you,
family.
thank you for always supporting
Yep.
us and being so gracious
Mhm.
and just really just showing your love for us.
Yes.
You want to come say hi real quick before we hop off?
I'm finally doing the long neck brutal.
Nice on his game.
He's on the game. All right, y'all. I hope y'all have had a great new year. I hope you enjoy the rest of
Yeah.
your night. We're gonna go get
Welcome
some
to 2023.
food going, and maybe I'll post a picture of it online after it's done on
Yes.
Facebook so y'all can see. So,
Let's go cook.
yep, let's go cook.
Okay.
All right, y'all have a great rest of your new year, and go check out Chestnut Hills. Who hop on here? They'll hop on at 6.
Bye. Love you.
Have a good one.